Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to my unreasonable attempt to read every single lost episode creepypasta I can get my hands on. Today, I will be reading Decimation, Intestine, Lost Slasher Film, 2002 to 2003, Existence, Unconfirmed. Now, this creepypasta comes with a warning of having multiple dark themes. I have not started reading it yet, so I do not know what themes may be included. But bear in mind of this warning, and of course, proceed with caution. Now, this is one of the more, in my mind, obscure ones. It's not one that I've heard of before, and it seems to be a multiple entry story. So, I suppose the only thing we can do is get right into it. Original entry. Decimation Intestine is a lost direct-to-DVD slasher horror film. Not much is known about the film. Not many people think it exists. The only proof of its existence is a post made by @JesusComic on Twitter on July 13th, 2019. It read, "Thinking about that one time I worked on a slasher film called Decimation Intestine." The account was shortly deleted. Second entry. On August 12, 2019, Amino's account was made and discussed Decimation Intestine. They said that a limited amount existed and was sold at a high school in Fort Worth, Texas, $5 a pop. The film's plot was described as a mad mathematician captures and murders people in sick ways. It's a big display of gore and stock metal music with some high schoolers trying to act and failing, laughing at the lines and everything. The user also said that they had a boyfriend who bought it from the creator. They had watched the film at a party for goofs and gaffs. The user also has information on the creator. They said they were arrested on charges of vehicular manslaughter, scamming, and possession of CP in 2017. They were never seen again, but reportedly living in MFC, Fort Worth. Third entry. The Amino user has given me more info. The user has stated that they cannot contact their boyfriend to see the DVD as they passed away in 2007. They did not give details on how they died. All of his belongings were left at his mom's house, even though some of the belongings were supposed to go to the unnamed user. They do not have contact with their mom and only with their boyfriend's brother. Fourth entry. The Amino user has been silent for 2 months. They finally returned in October 2019 and had the following information and photo. They have found the DVD and posted an image of it. They also watched the film. They have also said what the movie contains. It starts with a mad mathematician in his evil classroom holding a vial labeled IBS. He talks about his mad desire to murder and then thinks of a plan. He walks into a bar and pours the vial across multiple people's drinks. They pass out. The victims find themselves in a junkyard where they were lying in a pool of their blood and feces. Then the over-the-top metal music starts. The victims run away when the mathematician finds one of them, pulls out a lead pipe and smashes the victim's skull. The victim starts bleeding. The killer then gets a knife and cuts the man's head off. Blood is sprayed and the gore is shown in detail for 15 seconds. The killer then walks around the junkyard and spots a woman trying to hide. As he sees them, he goes to a tunnel and finds a garden hoe and a cattle prod. As he electrocutes the hoe, walks to the hiding spot and murders the victim by disaboweling them. The victim holds their guts, and it looks like a link of sausage covered in fake blood, with terrible effects. Even more mindless slashing ensues, with terrible special effects and extremely loud metal. It only ends when everyone is dead. Fifth entry. I have recently gotten a Discord DM from a man named Adrian. He has been reading my entries, and the following chat ensued. "I heard you were talking about DI. I knew the creator since middle school, and I was even killed in the film." "Oh, that's good. What was their personality?" "He was a bit of an oddball. His personality was a mix of Rob Zombie and Steve-O from Jackass." Speaking of Jackass, we snuck into the first movie when it came out by him charming the ticket holder, eventually getting their number. I couldn't tell if they were a guy or a girl, and honestly, he would not care anyways, as long as he could hook up. Did they hook up? Oh yeah. He went around bragging about it for days afterward, and probably filmed it, as he films almost everything. Alright then. Do you still have any contact with them? We kinda lost contact for a bit in 2017, as he got arrested for some nasty stuff, even though he didn't do any of it. I know someone planted that stuff on him. He would do crazy stuff, but not to that extent. I know it was someone trying to take him to prison. We still talk every once in a while, though. Do you have any ideas who wanted him in prison? I know in our sophomore year he'd got into a fight with a drug dealer named Trent. He kicked him in the nuts so hard he lost a testicle. Trent responded by murdering his uncle and got life in prison. Yeah, Trent was a lunatic. During his trial, when they found him guilty, Trent said some words I'll never forget. And those words were... He said, "I will ruin both of your lives someday." And it turns out he was right. Through all of this, you haven't even mentioned his name. What is it? His name was Denver Martinson. I had no idea you didn't know. Anyways, I gotta jump. My interview is soon. Contact me if you need anything. 6th entry. I contacted the Amino user that told me about the film and asked them if they knew if Denver Martinson was a real person. They responded, "Oh yeah, Denver made the film, and yes, he is the crazy yet charming guy you described, but he is still in jail. I think he did do the crimes, because how could an inmate still in jail plant stuff in a guy's computer and frame him for running someone over? That's not how it works." He has also stated that Denver was a good guy, but was a bit of a loose cannon. 7th entry. I have recently gotten a call from FMC Fort Worth from Denver, who told me he recently was alerted about me by Adrian and has given me some more info on the matter. He did not do the crime, and it was a ploy by Trent. No regrets about making Decimation Intestine. He has contact with all of the actors and he still calls them. The ticket holder was a woman. The film was based on a comic he wrote in 8th grade. Trent has lost an eye through a prison fight. 8th entry. Turns out Denver is up for bail. I and Adrian have been raising cash to bail him out. 9th entry. We started a GoFundMe and exposed how Denver did nothing wrong. People supported it, and we got him out of jail. Since we all live in the DFW area, I'm in Garland and Adrian lives in Saginaw. Denver was very glad to be out of jail and finally will return to his home with his family. I told the Amino user about this, and he told me that I will regret this. He has stated that Denver will run someone over again or touch another child. I honestly do not believe him. Denver seems like a nice guy while I was hanging out with him after bailing him out. 10th entry. We all went to my place to see the new Jackass movie. After that, I realized I had screwed up. Trent escaped from prison. I got a letter in the mail marked. It read, "Your little friend has led me to the real world again. I escaped by force, and that place got guns. I will kill as many people as possible if I need to. My revenge will start at Alexis High School. Then, I will shoot every person through the neighborhoods of Garland and Saginaw. It is inevitable. There is no hope for surrender." Well, this sucks. I contacted the Amino user and he told me to stop annoying him. 11th entry. As I told Denver and Adrian, Denver got pissed off. He shouted, "How many times do I have to beat this kid up? He only got one eye left and he's still mad." I then checked my phone to see the news report of 7 people dead in a high school shooting. I told Denver about this, and he went quiet. He just said, "Get in the car, we're going." We went in the car and drove to Garland near the high school. Some officers stopped us, and Denver told him that they know the man who shot up the school. The officer tried to stop us, and we drove away. We saw a car driving by with no license plates. The driver only had one eye, and we instantly knew who it was. Denver was fuming with rage. He tried to ram the car off the road. He succeeded, and they fell off the bridge and into the lake. As a car tumbles in the water, Trent leaves the car and tries to swim away. Denver was not having it. He leaves the car and jumps into the lake to catch up with Trent. They brawl, with Denver pulling out a pocket knife and gouging out Trent's other eye. He leaves Trent in the water, rushes back to the car, and we rush away from the scene. 12th entry. We have been laying low in the woods for months. The cops are not the only ones searching for us. We have been hearing whispers in all of our ears for a while. Also, our items keep being taken to a tree. Strangest of all, we see footprints appear out of thin air. We've had enough. And Denver grabs a knife. He's fully insane by now, and he shouts, "I killed you once. Do I have to kill you again?" He thinks we're being haunted by the ghost of Trent. And I'm starting to believe it. I don't... I'm at a loss for words, honestly. I don't know what to say. It wasn't particularly good. It wasn't awful, I guess. I followed the plot. I swear, I thought I did. I just don't know what's going on anymore. I guess I'd give it a 3 out of 10 if I had to rank it at all. It's quite a contradicting story if we already have someone who says it exists. Someone who's watched the movie. You met the person who made the movie. It's based on a comic book. And yet it's still up in the air whether or not it exists. Kind of... I don't know. I don't think I like that one at all, actually. Kind of boring. Oh well. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reading. No. No. I did not. But hopefully I can bring you guys a better story next time. We'll see. And I suppose that's all I can really say. I'll see you next time. And it's bye-bye for now. Bye.